Hello there, my name's Norm.
And my name's Ari.
I'm a middle-aged dad.
I'm a K-pop fan.
And this is K-pop for old people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk about K-pop.
Yeah.
Who are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about aespa.
aespa sounds like an interesting group to talk about.
Yeah.
Before we talk about aespa, let's talk about you. How are you doing?
I mean, I'm a little sick today, so, you can probably be able to hear that in my voice.
I'm sorry that you're not feeling up to your usual standards.
Yeah, it's just mostly just a kind of clogged nose, but I'm pretty fine, I guess.
That's how it goes. Anything new with you?
Not much, really.
Well, the new stuff with me includes a bunch of songs that I'm ready to react to.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take us all the way back to G-Idol.
Yeah.
Usually, I only go back to last week, which was in Hypen, but I'm going 2 weeks back because last week we were talking and you brought up the song Oh My God by G-Idol, and the way you described it made me want to listen to it.
Yeah.
Do you recall how you described it?
A song that was about having sex with a lesbian demon, or just lesbian demon, or falling in love with it, I guess.
Yeah, which caught my attention, as I imagine was intended.
Yeah.
So yeah, I watched it, I listened to it. It's a decent song. I didn't necessarily get the demon part of things. And it makes me think a little bit, it's definitely about some sort of love affair between two women.
Yeah.
So that part, I get. The demon part, I don't know so much. Definitely there's some sinister stuff going on there, but there's part of me that just thinks in that particular context, or in the context of K-pop as a whole, maybe they needed to frame it in sort of a way like that to have plausible deniability. I think it's a little bit of that old standard of if you're going to introduce homosexuality into the narrative, then you have to do something to make it seem like that is a wrong choice, or there's some sort of evil influence, rather than just it could just be two adult women having a relationship that's complicated.
Yeah.
That's more of my take. But I had said, I think before, that when you talked about that made me reevaluate my position on queerness being displayed in K-pop. But after experiencing that video, I think that I'm still on the same page, which is it's there, but they have trouble dealing with it openly.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to put all that behind us now and move on to the Hypen songs that I listened to. Which I was pretty curious to listen to some of these songs after I figured out there was a vampire thing going on.
Yeah.
So the first one I listened to is Bite Me. And that song, definitely, of the songs that I listened to, it has the most explicit vampire implication with the biting and the necks and all that.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it also, in neither the lyrics nor the video did I see anything again, I think in the same way that I was talking about, there's the undercurrent of maybe queerness in some songs, there's an undercurrent of vampirism in these songs. I guess Bite Me is pretty explicit, but you never see anybody with fangs. You never see any specific vampire iconography other than blood every now and then. So I think they're trying to ride that line of it's a little dangerous but not too dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
The things that stuck out to me the most about that video were they were wearing shirts with balls all over them.
Yeah, I saw in your notes it said balls shirt, and I'm so confused.
They had shirts or jackets or something that were
pearls
just
or
covered
something
with different sizes. I guess they were supposed to look like pearls, but some of them were gigantic balls. And also that they were outside and there was a chandelier in the outdoors, and I didn't know how that worked.
There's also floating chairs.
The floating chairs,
or the one floating chair,
I took note of as well, but it seemed a little bit more plausible in the context of vampires.
Yeah. And also, in the intro, they go from laying on the ground to being in coffins. coffins.
I did notice the coffins as well. Yeah, it's interesting because there's definitely like the vampire stuff is there, but it's like if they really wanted to go full vampire, they could go full vampire, and it seems like they're only like suggesting vampire.
Yeah.
Which is true of the next song that I listened to as well, which is Drunk Dazed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, of course, the song in which, in the video at least, it stops toward the end, but not completely at the end. It stops, and there's a guy in a room that bleeds.
Yeah.
The infamous blood room we discussed last
Yeah.
time. But it was interesting because when they got to that point in the video, I was like, okay, the song's over now. And they're just doing the cutscene with the blood room. But then, after the blood room, they go back to the song for a little bit, like one last chorus, and then it's over.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, and I think we discussed a little bit, I don't have any idea why it's called Drunk Dazed.
I don't really either.
And I felt the same thing about the next song I listened to, which was Tamed Dashed.
Mm-hmm.
Another hyphenated name from Enhypen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's titled that at all. Of all the songs that I listened to, I think that one was my favorite musically.
Yeah.
It's got a nice beat to it. It's got a nice bass line I really liked. No idea what the lyrics are about, but that's fine. I don't have to. When I watched the video, hoping that might explain some of the content of the lyrics, it's just about them playing rugby on the beach mostly.
I guess.
There's like the slightest hint of vampire going on there, like just like even less than in the other ones. Or maybe it's not so much vampirism, but like weird little moments of supernatural stuff. It almost seemed like somebody had the force.
Oh, yeah, when they stopped, like, the rugby ball in the middle of air.
Yeah. But mostly they're just frolicking on a beach playing rugby.
Yeah.
So that's that song, I guess. But, like I said, musically had a nice beat, like the bass line. And then I watched the two songs that were from the kids' show.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it seems like a completely different band, honestly.
Yeah.
In those two songs. Because they sound like songs from a kids' show.
Yeah, because they are.
Right. And obviously the videos are tied in to that kids' show. I guess Hey Tayo is the theme song from the show, which is about Tayo. I had to figure out the context, so I looked up and saw that Tayo was a bus, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other song, Billy Poco, which I thought was one name, but it's actually two names of two characters from the show, one of which is a bulldozer and one of which is some other kind of construction equipment. I don't recall exactly. Anyway, yeah, the music to those songs and the way they look in the videos, the actual members of Enhypen, is nothing like the other songs that I listened to.
Yeah. Because from what I can remember, the specific characters that they were talking about are Billy, Poco, Max, and Chris, specifically in that order, I guess. Yeah.
All of which I believe are some kind of vehicles.
Yeah.
From this kids show. Again, like we said last time, I don't understand how that particular group got chosen to represent this children's show when most of their other stuff is about
vampires
or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but good for them. So, like, Enhypen generally didn't knock my socks off, but they had some interesting stuff, some decent songs. But that's really all I listened to. So I guess let's roll right on and let's talk about aespa.
So aespa is a girl group from the company SM Entertainment. They have 4 members, Karina, Giselle, Winter, and Ning Ning. And the 4 members are Giselle, who is Japanese-Korean, and Ning Ning, who is Chinese.
Okay.
They debuted on November 12th, 2020, so they're somewhat new, with the song Black Mamba. And their most recent song is Better Things.
All right.
Another interesting thing, I guess, about them is their fan group is literally just the word my, M-Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know why my?
No. It's confusing me as much as it would confuse anybody else. Because, like, what would have made more sense was, like, one of the lyrics that they have in a song is, like, my Navis or whatever, we love you, which would make more sense if it was like Navis or Navis, whatever it's supposed to be pronounced, and not my. Because, like, with other groups, they have like specific words that make more sense.
Yeah, I
Because they're
guess so.
like not actual words, but just the word my is confusing.
Yeah, you would expect it to connect to the name of the group or of a song or something like that.
Yeah.
So, how do you spell aespa?
aespa.
Okay.
Or technically, it's like the little symbol of like the A and the E together.
Yeah, the AE diphthong,
Yeah.
where they're connected.
Yeah.
A ligature, as that's called when two characters get connected. Anyway.
But yeah, I guess like their concept is sort of like half AI type thing, like kind of an AI concept. Because they do have like their AI versions, but like mostly it's just the real them.
What do you mean when you say they have AI versions?
They're like, I don't know how to explain it, I guess. They're like the same voices, pretty much just like AI avatars of them.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say like a Vocaloid type thing, but those are different. You know, like Hatsune Miku or something.
So you said the same voice, but a different appearance?
I guess.
So, like, is this kind of like when we talked about, what was it, Stray Kids, and they have the cartoon avatars? It's
not
different?
really.
Okay.
Because, like, something that makes me think of this is the group Maeve, which is, like, another girl group, but it's, like, full AI, where they're not actually real people. They're, like, little AI people, I guess. Because they're not really robots. They're, like...
They're computer generated.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, in the context of aespa, it's just, like, the same people, the same four people are singing, but visually they're represented by a computer-generated character.
I guess.
All right, you tell me, because I don't have any idea.
I don't really either.
Okay. I guess I will have to look and see. I'm sure that I'll be able to find some examples of that online.
Yeah. And, like, the meaning of the name aespa is experiencing a new world via the encounter of the avatar, your other self.
I understand those words. I don't understand how that manifests itself in the word aespa.
I don't either.
But,
because I'm pretty sure aespa was, like, a mix of, like, a bunch of other words that, like, didn't actually really make the word aespa. Most of it was just the A and the E part.
Yeah, okay. And do they have a particular, like, technological kind of sound?
Depends, I guess.
Okay. I guess I'll wait and see on that one.
Because, like, their concept could be, like, considered as, like, techware or AI or whatever.
Okay.
But, like, one thing is that, like, their song Better Things doesn't really fit into their actual concept. Along with the song Spicy, none of them are really aespa concept type thing, I guess. Because Better Things is more, like, tropical-y, and, like, Spicy is, like, girl crush-y.
Okay. Being a person who works with technology, I'm familiar with AI technology, which has been around for ages, but it's having a moment right now.
Yeah.
In the past, like, year or so. But it wasn't so much in 2020 when you said they debuted, so that sounds like maybe they were a little ahead of the curve on that one.
I don't know. Another little fun fact about them that I showed you recently, because recently we watched the movie from the Fast and Furious series, Hobbs and Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
The song Next Level is in that, and I showed you, like, the aespa kind of cover, I guess, of that. Because I have that, and so when that song played in the movie, I was doing the aespa choreography.
Yeah, I remember that happening, yeah. And we looked at the video after we watched the movie. But you saying cover reminded me of something that I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
Back in the Enhypen stuff was just the fact that when I was going through the Enhypen catalog on Spotify, I noticed they had a cover of a Queen song.
Oh, what song was that?
It was It's a Kind of Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Which I listened to that because I'm familiar with the Queen version, of course, and I just wanted to hear what they did. I first clicked on it because I said, as I have many times before, oh, there's a song called A Kind of Magic. I wonder if it is the Queen song or a completely different song, and usually it's a completely different song, but in this case it was the Queen song.
Yeah, I don't think I've listened to that one.
It's a pretty faithful cover, I guess. Anyway, I took us back. We were in the middle of talking about aespa, so let's talk more about aespa.
Yeah. Another, like, little fun thing, I guess, about aespa is apparently they have some sort of lore, which I haven't really looked into because I don't really care enough, I guess. Because I wouldn't really say I'm, like, an aespa fan. Like, I'm aware of them. I've, like, listened to a few of their songs before. But, like, I wouldn't really say I'm a fan. Because, like, I know a few dances, I guess. Mostly just, like, one move from Black Mamba, and that's, like, the hardest move, I guess.
It sounds like when you are a fan of something, one of the ways that you express that is by learning the choreography.
Usually I don't really learn the choreography. I just, like, see it, and then I just have it in my brain, I guess. I don't really know how it works, because, like, when I try to learn it, I don't really have the memory, I guess, to do it. But when I just am not trying, I somehow memorize, like, the entire song somehow.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess, to me a little bit in my own experience with learning music and stuff. Sometimes with my band, we'll say, okay, we're going to play this song next, and then like I start to try to think of how the song goes, and I can't think of it, but then like once I just start playing, the playing just happens. I like don't think about what note is next. I just have played it so many times that my body knows how to make it come out of me. But
like, for example, earlier I was trying to learn Heart Shaker by Twice, because, like, I had some of the moves in my brain. I just didn't really know how it actually went. And so I tried to learn it, and it took me, like, 15 minutes to do, like, the first half. Because, like, I kind of have to, like, I have to get the right arm movements and the right timing and all this stuff. And, like, if it's a dance with, like, multiple different parts that different people are dancing to, then I have to, like, either learn all of it and, like... or just choose a specific member or something to learn their moves.
Okay.
One thing that I know you might like, I guess, because I've told other people about this, and by other people I mean, like, my mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have a song from, like, some Apple original show or whatever.
Okay.
And it's Hold On Tight, I believe it's called, and it has, in the background, the background music is just the Tetris song.
So the song that they wrote uses the Tetris song as like its
main sound,
like,
I guess,
as its hook or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it samples it.
Yeah, because like some people might not even know that was the Tetris song.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But me, since I'm educated and smart, I would know.
Especially educated and smart in the area of old video games.
I guess.
That your mother likes to play.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not actually the Tetris song. It's an old, like, Russian folk song. But
yeah,
everybody now who's
they know it as the Tetris song.
Not in Russia, they notice it.
So, like, if I ever hear that sound, I'll automatically start singing the lyrics in my head, because I'm pretty sure it's a full English song.
Oh, really? That's interesting, because, like, I'm sure that song has Russian lyrics from way back, but I don't know Russian. Nor do I know any lyrics associated in my head with that particular song.
Yeah.
Speaking of your mother, another thing I wanted to mention, I know I'm taking a lot of asides and digressions here, but I've had some interesting conversations with your mother recently because she finally got caught up on listening to all of the episodes of this. Did she talk to you about this too?
Not really. No, well, I don't actually know what you're talking about.
Sure. So, because she finally caught up to listening to everything, she finally has heard us talk about New Jeans.
Yes.
Which is a recurring topic of conversation between us, because it's the one group that has had the most impact on it. And I must say, your mother agrees. She felt the same way that I did about those New Jeans songs. So
yeah, I remember one time we were playing it and she looked at the cover. She was like, "It's Powerpuff Girls," because, like, we know that she likes Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. So we actually listened to that EP last night.
Yeah.
When it was just the two of us hanging out.
Yeah, anytime you want me to teach you some of the dances, you can ask me, because I know quite a few, I guess, New Jeans dances.
All right. So anyway, I'm sorry. Once again, I have taken us off course. Back to aespa. Is there more about aespa I need to know?
Do you have any questions about aespa?
I guess the one question that I always have is, do you have recommendations for songs to listen to?
Probably, well, what do you have written down?
I have not taken any notes on any songs to this point.
I'd say Black Mamba is a pretty good one.
Black Mamba, that's the one you said they debuted with.
Yeah. Spicy, probably.
Okay. Do those particular songs have a little AI flavor to them?
Maybe Black Mamba, but I don't think Spicy does.
Okay.
And Savage, I guess.
Savage is another one, you think?
Yeah. If you're a K-pop fan, I guess if you know with the Savage. But you will soon figure out, I guess.
Okay. I clearly do not know yet,
Yes.
but perhaps that will come with...
The mentioning of the song Savage and the sentence, oh my god, would be as many clues as you would need. Or just the song Savage.
Okay. I guess I will see what exactly that refers to. All right, that sounds good. I look forward to listening to some of those songs, learning more about aespa and the AI of it all. Who are we going to talk about next time?
Next time, we're going to talk about Kepler.
Kepler?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've mentioned them before, and so whenever you mention something, I start developing my preconceived notions in my head, so I'm curious to see how that lines up with what I have already thought about something that I know nothing yet about, but we'll learn about next time. All right, that sounds good. So I will listen to some songs and have some reactions next time. And don't forget to reach out to us, and you can always send us an email at kpopforoldpeople@gmail.com. Watch those YouTube videos, comment on there, like and subscribe, all those things, leave us reviews, etc.
The usual.
The usual. But that's, I guess, all I have for now, and we'll talk again next week. Until then, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.
Annyeong.
Hello there. My name is Norm. I'm a middle-aged dad. Sorry. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Hello there. My name's Norm. Okay, that time I was waiting for you. Okay, third time's the charm. Hello there. My name's Norm.
And my name's Ari.
I'm a middle-aged dad.
I am a child, I guess. No. I'm a K-pop fan.